This is the kind of week that turns a comfortable favorite into a storyline. Three key offensive pieces: rookie LT Josh Simmons, starting Guard Trey Smith, and do-it-all-back Kareem Hunt, all missed Thursday's practice, and that matters more than the headline scoreline. The Chiefs still have time to get healthy before Monday night, but the stack of absences makes protecting Patrick Mahomes and sustaining their offense suddenly trickier. Arrowhead Pride. Start with Simmons. The rookie left tackle, the guy supposed to be Mahomes' blindside anchor for years to come, remains away from the team for a personal family matter. Coach Andy Reid described it as not negative and said the club is handling it privately, but Simmons has now missed multiple games and practices. Jalen Moore has been the emergency answer at left tackle, and while he's held the fort, there's a real difference between a prepared fill-in and your drafted starter. That gap shows up not just in pass protection, but in run scheme nuance and blocking consistency on 3rd and long. Arrowhead Pride. Then Trey Smith. Reid said Smith's back locked up after the Raiders game, and Smith didn't practice Thursday. Interior push and the ability to absorb bull rushes are what let Mahomes work clean pockets and buy half seconds on timing throws. Losing a veteran guard changes pressure shapes and forces the Chiefs to rely on depth snaps from Mike Caliendo or others. Competent, but not necessarily a seamless swap week to week. If Smith's back spasms linger, the dominoes are obvious. More interior pressure, quicker throws, and a reduced margin for Mahomes to improvise. KMBC Kareem Hunt is the third piece. He didn't practice because of a bone bruise to his knee, not typically season-ending, but one that limits cutting, burst, and availability in the quick game packages. Hunt's role in the short passing game and as a check-down target matters more than raw rush yards. He's the safety valve on 3rd down and the guy who turns pressure into manageable plays. If Hunt's snaps get eaten by Isaiah Pacheco and depth pieces like Brashard Smith, the Chiefs lose a reliable outlet that keeps defenses honest in short area coverage. RotoWire. All of that collides with context. Patrick Mahomes isn't slumping. Through 7 games, he's thrown for roughly 1,800 yards and 14 TDs, with only 2 interceptions and elite efficiency numbers, but his clean pocket production depends on a functioning front 5 and quick checkdowns. That sack total, low, and those per-game outputs are fragile if the line rotation becomes makeshift or if the running back committee can't sustain quick releases. The math is simple. Fewer blockers plus fewer trusted checkdowns equals more stress on the offense. ESPN.com, what should you watch for in practice and in the game plan? First, who finishes reps at left tackle and right guard? If Jalen Moore and Mike Caliendo log most of the snaps, expect more quick release concepts, fewer 5-step drops, and more schemed play action that gets Mahomes the ball fast. Second, if Hunt is limited, the Chiefs will need Pacheco to pick up 3rd and shorts and schemed screens to replace the lost reliability. Third, protection calls, slide protections, chip help, and max protection looks will spike to buy the QB time. Those are Band-Aids, not cures. KMBC bottom line, this isn't panic yet. The Chiefs still have days to practice, and Reid is a master at quick schematic fixes, but it's a legit stress test for an offense that thrives on precision. If Simmons, Smith, and Hunt can't return, the Chiefs will lean heavily on quick throws, script-driven drives, and conservative 3rd down math to protect Mahomes' pocket. That can win you a Monday night, but it's a different look than the one that scares opponents in January. Arrowhead Pride. He shoved a 311-pound teammate because he's 41, and he wasn't kidding. In the chaos after Aaron Rodgers' 68-yard touchdown to Pat Freiermuth that briefly put the Steelers ahead, rookie left tackle Broderick Jones came barreling in like a joyrider and flattened his quarterback in a celebratory takedown. Rodgers popped up furious, shoved Jones, and the moment immediately went viral. Not because it was mean, but because it looked dangerously close to friendly fire. ESPN.com, Rodgers didn't spin it into drama. He laughed about it afterward, but he also spelled out why the shove stung. I love everything you're about, but also, I'm 41. You can't be tackling me like that, he told reporters and later texted Jones per ESPN. The exchange landed like a polite warning wrapped in old-school edge. Appreciation for the teammates' energy, with a sharp reminder that age and past injuries make celebration tackles a bad idea. That context matters. Rodgers isn't a spry 25-year-old. He's a veteran whose body and career is the product of decades of hits and near misses. A blow like that during a heat-of-the-moment celebration could easily produce headlines and injuries that have nothing to do with the play itself. So his reaction felt equal parts protector of the asset and elder statesman. Funny enough to de-escalate, firm enough to set a boundary. Yahoo Theithau Jones, for his part, hasn't retreated. He shrugged it off with rookie enthusiasm and even joked he might do it again if Rodgers keeps delivering highlight plays. Teammates and reporters say the two have since shared laughs, and Rodgers stressed that he holds no grudge. He loves Broad, he said, while still reminding the youngster that some celebrations need a 2-second safety check before becoming full contact. PFSN. The timing made the moment pop. Rodgers' TD gave Pittsburgh a 31-30 lead late in the fourth, only for the Bengals to drive back and win on a last-second field goal, 33-31. The emotional whiplash, ecstatic high-five to gut-punch loss, amplified the clip, and fans latched onto the human bit of the story, veteran versus exuberant rookie in 60 seconds of sideline theater. ESPN.com Beyond the viral clip, the episode is a tidy snapshot of how NFL teams thread the needle. Young players bring chaos and momentum. Veterans bring restraint and perspective. Both are necessary. Jones's energy is exactly the kind coaches want. Rodgers' boundary setting is exactly what leaders need to do to protect themselves and the team's investment. When it works, you get growth. When it doesn't, you get headlines like this one. First sports sites. If there's a practical takeaway for teams, it's obvious. Coach celebrations. Drill the no body slam rule after scoring plays. Teach younger players that hugs are allowed, tackles are not. It's small, mundane, and fixable. And small, mundane fixes are how you keep 41-year-old quarterbacks playing at a high level deep into a season. And for fans who love drama, Rodgers' closing line was perfect. He told Jones he's getting him next, and to watch his back. It's equal parts threat and wink, a warning from a grizzled veteran who still knows how to command a locker room. Whether it becomes a meme or a footnote in a winning season, it's a reminder that football is still a contact sport, even when the hits are supposed to be hugs. ESPN.com. This is the kind of week that turns a comfortable favorite into a storyline. 3 key offensive pieces. Rookie LT Josh Simmons, starting Guard Trey Smith, and do-it-all back Kareem Hunt, all missed Thursday's practice, and that matters more than the headline scoreline. The Chiefs still have time to get healthy before Monday night, but the stack of absences makes protecting Patrick Mahomes and sustaining their offense suddenly trickier. Arrowhead Pride. Start with Simmons. The rookie left tackle, the guy's supposed to be Mahomes' blindside anchor for years to come, remains away from the team for a personal family matter. Coach Andy Reid described it as not negative and said the club is handling it privately. But Simmons has now missed multiple games and practices. Jalen Moore has been the emergency answer at left tackle, and while he's held the fort, there's a real difference between a prepared fill-in and your drafted starter. That gap shows up not just in pass protection, but in run scheme nuance and blocking consistency on 3rd and long. Arrowhead Pride. Then Trey